My name is Olubankole Wellington, also known as Banky W. And it's an honor to be here tonight with you guys to share some ideas with you. So Nigeria is an interesting place, isn't it? It's one of a kind. It's like really awesome and really terrible at the same time. Let me explain. So if you're Olamide Bado, the voice of the street, it's the place where all your dreams as an artist, all those dreams have come true. But if you're a voice on the street, it's a place where all your dreams are shattered and taken away. If you're Tiwa Savage or Brahma Sadao or Auntie Mo Abudu or Mrs. Adesuwa Itomi Wellington, hi baby. But if you're any one of those females, it's a place where you can break through stereotypes, break through barriers, and shine and succeed and make something of yourself. But if you're Boko Haram, it's the place where you can kidnap 200 female children at the same time and get away with it. Nigeria is the place that inspired so much literary genius in the mind of a young girl that the world now has no choice but to respect and reckon with Chimamanda Adichie. But Nigeria is also the place where a senator can marry a 13-year-old and get away with it. Nigeria is the birthplace of the legend that is Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Okay? Most of us can agree, arguably he's the greatest, most iconic musician in our history. But it's also the place where songs that Fela wrote in the 70s sound like they could have been written last week. Because the issues are the same. Or worse, in Nigeria we don't have any state-of-the-art universities. We don't have any world-class medical research centers. Not one. But you know what we do have? We have state-of-the-art, world-class, billion-dollar churches. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that praying is a bad thing. Praying for healing is a good thing. We should all do it. But isn't it better to be able to pray with your pastor and go and see a doctor as well? Isn't that a better option? We have a Vibranium Valley. Anybody know a Vibranium Valley? Okay. In Vibranium Valley, Nigeria has amazing digital technology startups. They're doing amazing, innovative, fantastic things. But it's also the place where some schools attempt to teach computer science technology without one working computer. One. How are we educating the leaders of tomorrow without the computers of today? What good is having a House of Representatives if you are not actually being represented? They have the ability to make being gay illegal, a crime punishable by 14 years jail time. But they cannot save one child bride. One. And while all these terrible things are happening, what are our leaders doing? They are potting. They are playing musical chairs with the affairs and the destiny of our country. And what are we doing? We're sitting down. We are watching. We are tweeting. We are complaining, and even worse, we are picking sides and fighting on their behalf. I have news for you. When you are in a lose-lose situation, you don't pick sides, you change the situation. But maybe it's time for this generation to say, okay, you know what, we're going to chart a new course. We have the numbers to do it. We do. But guess what? It's going to take time. Longer than 2019. It's going to take effort, it's going to take energy, it's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take work, it's going to take blood, sweat, tears, resources, money. We're going to need to give of ourselves to build something to compete. But guess what? Difficult does not mean impossible. It's possible. I have a question. Why do you think, and I really want you to think about this, why do you think politicians spend so much money bribing people to vote for them? You think they'd do that if the votes didn't count? Would anybody spend millions or billions of naira if they felt like, I'm just going to ignore the count anyway, so why waste the money? They spend the money, they go through the effort, they bribe voters and they kill each other because the votes do count. When will we realize that the more people that show up, the harder it is for any one person to sway any election result? It's time for us to have a say in our communities, in our towns, in our cities, in our states, in our country. Even if you are disappointed in every single leader that Nigeria has ever had, even if you don't yet know who you want to vote for, even if none of the candidates are quite measuring up to par, or you don't think any of them can win, or you're not happy, no problem. But your vote is your voice. You don't give your voice away because you're not yet sure what you want to say. Come on. Spend less time pointing out problems and more time being part of the progress. Each of us can do something. Each person. You might not be able to fix the entire Ministry of Education, but maybe you can help one school. Maybe you can buy one school some computers or some musical instruments, or help them fix their desks. Maybe you can help one school. Maybe you can't fund an entire orphanage, but maybe you can donate some items. They need clothes, they need food, they need money. You don't have to be the Minister of Health to help the sick. Go to your local hospital, go to Luth. You will see thousands of people that cannot pay the very basic of medical bills. Thousands. Drive once a month. If you have 20K, drive once a month. Talk to a nurse. They're there. Meet one need. Help one person. Help one school. True change will only come when you are frustrated enough about a problem to do something about it. Do more than tweet. Do more than pray. We've been praying for Nigeria for what feels like an eternity. Do more than pray. It's like we've mastered the scripture that says pray without ceasing. But we have forgotten about the scripture that says faith without works is dead. Each one of us must do what we can to make it a little better. If you really, truly, sincerely want your country to be better, fix it yourself.